I met him on Facebook. He had been on my neck for quite a long time. Every day, I would come online to see a series of romantic messages from him. He never ceased to profess his undying love for me. He promised to take care of me and turn my life around if only I could accept him and do his bidding. He wanted me to travel down to his place and spend the night with him. He was going to pay my transportation fare and make provisions for everything I required for the trip. That was all I needed to do to get paid in dollars. He was a handsome and good-looking young man, judging by the pictures of himself he had posted on his social media handle, even though there were only a few of them. I didn't think it would be a big deal to use what I had to get what I want. Besides, I was in a fix. I had squandered the money I was given to pay my school fees earlier into the semester. I needed to buy a trending wig which my friends and I had to wear for a birthday party. Exams were going to commence in 2 weeks' time, and I felt this was a divine opportunity for me to recover what was lost. For the first time in months, I replied to his messages. What stood out for me was his consistency despite my snobbish attitude. "Hey, mister. Are you still interested? You might be lucky enough to have my attention this time," I sent the message to him. He responded in seconds, thanking the stars and all the hosts of heaven for making that day a reality. It was a dream come true. He made me understand that he was still interested in me, and right there, we made plans to meet. He requested for my account details and forwarded a huge amount of money for my transportation fare and other things. That got me thrilled. I became more interested in going to see him. Indeed, he was actually loaded with cash, and I was ready to do business with him. I believed it was the devil who was trying to stop me from claiming my blessings when I went online that evening and saw a post. In fact, it was the first post I saw on my news feed. I hissed aloud and blocked the person who posted it. Nothing was going to make me change my mind. I planned to meet with enthusiasm and anticipation. I was ready to deliver till the point that he'd have to beg for a comeback. The day finally arrived, and I booked a flight to his city of residence. Time was of the essence, so I had to go by air to save my time. I arrived at his mansion and was received warmly. He was calm, gentle, and very romantic. In fact, he was a full package. After I was treated to a sumptuous meal that night, I took a shower and went to his room. We had a nice time together, and he promised to send in the money he promised me the next day. I believed him, and in his arms I slept peacefully. The next morning, I woke up and stood up from the bed. He was not on the bed. I walked towards the bathroom door but couldn't open it. The door handle kept escaping my grip. I thought I was still sleepy, and cleared my eyes so that I could see properly and get a grip of the door handle. It still didn't work. I couldn't understand what was happening. I tried to pick up my phone on the table close to the bed, but I couldn't hold it. Again, my hand passed through it. I was losing it at this point. I made to leave the bedroom when I discovered something. I could pass through the walls without opening the door. It was then that it dawned on me that something had happened to me. I turned back to take a look at the bed where I had laid down. My fears were confirmed. There laid my lifeless body on the bed, with blood stains all over the white bed sheet. The knife which laid beside my body made the story clear. He had stabbed me to death while I was asleep. I had been tricked. I had been cheated and deceived. My life had been cut short. For a moment of worthless pleasure, I had sacrificed my life. There was no more school for me. No more partying, no more fornication, no more senseless pleasure. This man had sent me back to my maker at a time when I was least prepared. What was I going to tell God now? What was I going to explain to him? Those words I had read on Facebook came alive to me. All the sermons on repentance I had ever heard and ignored, began to play in my head. On the altar of sexual immorality, my life and destiny had been taken, and it was now time to face judgment. The devil would make you think sin is enjoyable until the time to reap what you have sown surfaces.